Every Sonic and Mario movie ranked against each other. The Sonic movies have meant a ton to me. I've seen all 3 of the current Paramount movies on opening night. Meanwhile, I've been catching up on Mario movies. I had only seen the first one up until now, but you guys voted on this. Man, you guys really like the videos about Sonic and Mario media more than the games, huh? Anyway, I just caught myself up on the other Mario movies, so I feel like I'm finally in a place to rank all of these. And I mean every single one. There are spoilers here, as there always are. Also, this tier list is entirely subjective. I mean, obviously, it's a tier list. But also, I'm putting huge movies like Mario Galaxy into the same tier list as The Great Mission to Rescue Princess Peach. So just keep in mind, some movies have very different budgets, are made decades apart, and sometimes made for slightly different audiences. Yet, they're all going to be on the same tier list, unfortunately for some of them. So let's figure out which ones are the most dog shit and which ones are the best shit. Recently, like a few days ago, I looked at the first Mario and Sonic movies, as in the Sonic OVA and The Great Mission to Rescue Princess Peach. So I'll take a look at these guys first. Goes in order this way too. But since I just talked about these a few days ago, I'm not gonna sit here yapping your ear off about them. Go check out that video if you're new here. But for a small summary, Sonic OVA is where Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles get tricked by Eggman into sending Sonic's DNA into a computer. This makes Metal Sonic, and they fight him to save the world. They also fight Metal Robotnik earlier in the movie. In the end, Metal Sonic has a change of heart and saves people, sacrificing himself in the process. The Great Mission to Rescue Princess Peach is a movie where Bowser takes Princess Peach and Mario and Luigi are sent on a quest to save her, as per usual for these guys. The Great Mission to Rescue Princess Peach is funny, cute, and pretty decent for what it is. While the Sonic OVA is much better animation, fights, and the stakes feel much higher. This doesn't make Great Mission to Rescue Princess Peach bad, it's just way too simple and doesn't have nearly as much aura as the Sonic OVA. So I'm placing Sonic OVA at the A tier, with Great Mission to Rescue Princess Peach in B tier. Thank God I don't have to keep saying that long-ass name too much longer. Next up, we've got the 1993 Mario Bros. Movie. I just watched it for the first time the other day. I was surprised to see this movie isn't available to stream anywhere. I found a way, but don't tell my lawyers. I've heard my entire life that this movie is batshit insane, that it's one of the worst video game adaptations ever created. And you know what? I didn't think it was that bad. Don't get me wrong, it's pretty fucking bad. It is definitely one of the worst video game adaptations ever made. But I expected way worse. Maybe my expectations were just a bit too low going into it. It's a crazy movie where this is Bowser and this is Yoshi. Bowser is actually named Koopa, since, you know, he's King Koopa. Koopa and a bunch of others live in another dimension. When the meteor that killed the dinosaurs hit us, it sent all of them into this other dimension. This other world has hardly any resources, and they want all of ours. They need a piece of a meteor from our world to be inserted into the rest of the meteor there. That'll reconnect our two worlds. That meteor shard is being worn as a necklace by none other than Princess Daisy, who doesn't know she's a princess. Luigi falls in love with Daisy, and by the end of the movie, the two of them are super in love. Which is weird, because we see them interact for a grand total of like 10 minutes. Mario is an older brother to Luigi, like a much older brother. Mario and Luigi go into this other dimension to find Daisy after she was kidnapped. They find out this whole world is being run by Koopa, who has a device that can literally further evolve your smarts or de-evolve you. Getting de-evolved, if you're from this other dimension, turns you into some weird reptile thing called Goombas, which look very different from Goombas we know and love. Or if you're from our universe, it turns you back into a monkey. Weird how these reptiles evolved to be humanoids, just like monkeys did. Yoshi is a dinosaur slave, Daisy pities the Goombas, and the World Trade Center gets fucked. They didn't know back then. Mario and Luigi seal the way into their universe, de-evolve Koopa until he's sludge, and save the day. Also, Mario has an affair, kind of, I think. He has a girlfriend named Danielle, but kisses another woman who is clearly super into him in a dance scene where he steals the meteor shard from her. It's fucking weird, man. There's also just some awful effects in this movie. When a dude earlier in the movie de-evolves into sludge, he just fucking explodes all over the ground, and it looks really bad. The jokes don't do super well either. I may have let out a heavy exhale once or twice, but never an actual laugh. The movie is weird and clearly wasn't made by a single soul who has ever played a video game. According to the man who played Mario in the film, Bob Hoskins, it was the worst decision he ever made, playing Mario. He said the movie is stupid, it was made by idiots, it was way over budget, and apparently, John Leguizamo, the man who played Luigi, was drinking every day of shooting and in between takes. But can you really blame the guy when the movie looks like this? It wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be, and there is some enjoyment to be had here, but you have to look deep. Unless you're a big Mario fan, or even just someone who enjoys watching niche movies, steer clear of this one. I'm putting this guy in the D tier. It's pretty fucking bad. I'm pretty pretty content having watched it only once. And before we go on, let's take a minute to talk about today's sponsor, me, FezYep. Go subscribe now and you'll find hours of good content that's fun for all ages, except kids, because I cuss a lot. Next up is the Sonic movie, Sonic the Hedgehog. Man, I was super excited for this one. Just look at my movie shelf. This movie follows Sonic. He's from another world where he's raised by an owl named Longclaw. He's also super fast, in case you didn't know. Longclaw gets attacked by the echidnas and she sends Sonic through a portal with a ring. Never before have rings been able to teleport people. Maybe that's why there's giant goal rings. It teleports characters to the next level. Sonic spends much of his life alone. With his home being some hole in the ground, he makes too much noise, leading evil genius Robotnik to track him down. At the same time, Sonic meets new friend Tom Wachowski, played by James Marsden. The two of them go on an adventure to recover Sonic's rings he lost. All the while, they're hunted down by Robotnik and the government. In the end, Sonic beats Robotnik, the government learns how evil he is, and Sonic saves the day by sending Robotnik to another world. This movie is alright. I was into it, but it's nowhere near the peak that is the other two. Still, it is the main movie for Tom lovers. Sonic and him bond a lot along the way, and we really get to see the two of them come together over the course of their road trip. Jim Carrey as Eggman also does a fantastic job. Really, everyone here is great. Honestly, I prefer Ben Schwartz's voice over Roger Craig Smith. Now, I'm not a Roger hater, but Ben does a great job. Everything here is well made, but the story itself isn't peak enough for me. This guy gets a solid B tier, and that's not bad. Moving on to the next Sonic movie, we've got Sonic 2. This shit is peak. Sonic 2 finds Robotnik getting out of the other world, a mushroom world, which is actually a reference to Mushroom Hill Zone. He meets Knuckles, tricks him into working with him, and Robotnik goes after Sonic, who just became friends with Tails. Both groups are now trying to track down the Master Emerald, while Knuckles slowly sees how much of an asshole Robotnik is. Sonic gains the trust of Knuckles, but by then Robotnik gets his hands on the Emerald and becomes fucking Super Robotnik. He makes himself a giant Death Egg robot and fucks up the town. Sonic and pals are barely able to get the Emerald away from him, and right before he's able to kill Sonic goes super and fucks him up instead. Robotnik then goes missing and everything is right as rain. So this movie is awesome. It's not too over the top with the references, but it does have plenty of them. It takes the story of Sonic and Tails getting to know each other, along with Knuckles slowly making friends, and puts it on the big fucking screen. It's literally just the story of Sonic 3 the game, with Tails and Tom thrown in there, and it's fucking awesome. The first movie played it safe in movie standards, but this one actually gave fans what they wanted. It's effectively a masterpiece if you ask me. But it's not quite S tier, so I'm sticking this bad boy in A tier, right above the OVA. And based on the comments from the last video, that is not going to be a popular decision. Now, we're on to the meat and potatoes of Mario movies. The first Mario movie in the current lineup of big Mario movies, the Super Mario Bros. Movie from 2023. Here, Mario and Luigi work as plumbers in Brooklyn and get shot off to the Mushroom Kingdom. Mario and Luigi get separated. Luigi is sent off to Bowser, big whoopsies there, while Mario meets Princess Peach and Toad. The three of them go on an adventure to save Luigi and stop Bowser from using a superstar to destroy the Mushroom Kingdom. In the end of the story, Mario and Co get sucked back into Brooklyn, where Mario has to beat Bowser using a superstar. Mario beat Bowser back out of Brooklyn, and everyone was happy and peachy. Along the way, we met Donkey Kong and some of the other Kongs, and we got to see Mario Kart and all that good shit. This movie is pretty good. The animation is spectacular, better than the Sonic movies. The music is great, the voice acting is great, pretty much everything here is awesome, except the plot. The plot isn't bad per se, but it's nothing to write home about. I went to see this the week it came out, and boy, I was a little blown away by how simple the story was. Now, I thought the same thing about the first Sonic movie, so I figured the second Mario movie would blow this one out of the water in the same way, so it was probably gonna be fine. But I should still mention it. It's not exactly super deep, and it's incredibly predictable. But along the way, you get to see some amazing animation, funny moments, references to things from the games, and it's overall just a really fun time. I'm putting this guy low A tier. It feels a little too good to be in high B tier, but it's below the Sonic OVA. I'm putting this above the first Sonic movie, probably just because of the animation. Okay, 2 left. And you know what? I won't go in chronological order here. I'll save best for last. So, we're looking at the Mario Galaxy movie. This bad boy just came out. I just watched it today as of writing this. As this one just came out, there's spoilers here. So, if you don't want any spoilers of the story, maybe just skip this section. But don't worry, I don't spend too long on the story anyway. After the last movie, Mario and everyone has Bowser in prison, but very nicely, he's very comfortable. Princess Rosalina gets kidnapped by Bowser Jr. to power Bowser Planet, and later he goes after Mario and everyone to get his dad back. Bowser Jr. destroys Peach's castle, fucks up Mario Mario, Luigi, and Yoshi and gets his dad back. Oh yeah, and there's Yoshi now. Before her castle was attacked, Peach left with Toad to save Rosalina. Mario, Luigi, and Yoshi eventually meet up with her and Fox, who's here now. Maybe we'll get a Star Fox movie later, who knows. The group goes off to stop Bowser and Bowser Jr. They do, save Rosalina, defeat Planet Bowser, and everything is sunshine and daisies. Oh yeah, and Daisy is the credit scene. Whoop-de-doo. Okay, so I heard really bad things about this movie. Specifically for its story, everyone I heard from said that this is the TikTok movie. Charles White, aka Moist Critical, said it's like if they just jangled keys in front of your face for an hour and a half. So I went into this expecting a lot of that. And I think I did it again, lowering my expectations, because what I found was pretty decent. Like, don't get me wrong, the issues are still there. It's not a fantastic movie, but against the allegations, I was impressed. Some issues here are that Yoshi adds absolutely nothing to the plot. The story would be the exact same if he wasn't there. He was added solely because he is Yoshi. I guess the same goes for Toad, but he was never super important. Also, Bowser was good until he had one conversation with his son. Suddenly he's bad again. Dude literally just needed a pep talk. Also, the movie adding Rosalina was supposed to be huge, but she's barely in the movie. Genuinely, I forgot she was here. Makes me wonder. Daisy was the credit scene, but in the next movie, it's totally possible that she'll get a combined total of like 7 minutes of screen time. Who knows? Also, same with Fox. Bro was cool as fuck, and he gets like 5 lines tops, not including his very short backstory. Just like the first movie, this one has awesome animation, music, sound effects, and voice acting. But holy fuck, this movie has almost zero staying power. Again, it's not quite the jangling keys movie I thought it was gonna be, but the allegations aren't 100% wrong either. I'm torn between making this one a high C or a low B tier, but C just feels a little too low, so I'm gonna say B tier for now. It goes above Great Mission to Rescue Princess Peach, honestly just for the production value, but that movie has way more heart and soul. Last up is Sonic 3. Sonic 3 is an actual masterpiece. My favorite game is Sonic Adventure 2, and this movie adapts it pretty well. Robotnik has been in hiding. Shadow is an alien that the government has kept in some cryostasis for 50 years. Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles are called in by Gun to handle a rogue alien making everyone's lives worse in Tokyo. The alien, Shadow, beats the crap out of our guys, teams up with Robotnik, his uncle Gerald, and of course, Agent Stone, to power the Eclipse cannon to shoot it at the Earth. Shadow wants to destroy humanity for what they did to his friend Maria, and Gerald Robotnik wants to destroy the planet for the same reason. Robotnik hears this and is distraught. He can't rule the world if there's no world. Eventually, Sonic turns Shadow to his side. The two stop the Eclipse cannon, and Robotnik sacrifices himself to save the planet. It's fucking peak. Next time, we're getting Amy and Metal Sonic too. Hell yeah. Anyway, I can't think of a single thing that this movie does wrong, outside of not giving us Tits the Bat, I mean Rouge the Bat. The fight scene between Super Sonic and Super Shadow is fucking amazing. And the earlier fight between just Sonic and Shadow is pretty nice too. The pacing is really well done, the jokes are good, and the betrayal of Eggman and his grandpa, going both ways, along with the sacrifice Eggman makes, is nothing short of impactful. For being a Sonic the fucking Hedgehog movie series, they did an outstanding job with these 3 movies. Thank God we didn't get this design. Although I wouldn't mind a version of the first movie with the original design. The movie goes in S tier, needless to say. So that's all the movies. At this rate with how the views are going, maybe I should rank the TV shows. I already looked at them, but hey, the heart wants what the heart wants, I suppose. Thanks so much for watching. Let me know in the comments what your tier list would be. Can't wait to see you guys in the next one. See you later.